born and brought up in Mumbai
Okay.
in a business family. And typically, as a business family goes, we were always told that all you need to do is do a BA or a master's and then get married, settle down. Girls weren't really encouraged to study. But I think my parents saw that flare in me that, this girl really wants to do something. And I was clear that I'm going to do my PhD in the US. I finished my master's from Bombay University and I did it in clinical psychology from the KEM hospital. And then I was all set to go abroad. I wanted to do something on marriage and family therapy. That's the time my dad took ill and he passed away of cancer. So then, because I was the elder one, they said, no, you have to marry. So my husband, I've just met him once and then I think it was just that he's my man and I want to stay with him. I settled in the city, but the city was absolutely laid back. This is the early 90s. Okay, what do I do here? But fortunately, over a lunch, we happened to meet one IIM professor. It was Mahesh. His office had thrown a party,
Okay.
and there was an IIM professor there. So he said, I want you to meet somebody in the organizational behavior area. You can really be an asset to IIM. So I went and met Professor Indira Parekh and she gave me my first break
Okay.
very soon after marriage. And then there was no looking back. I think there, from clinical, I saw the world of management, HRM. I worked with professors like T.V. Rao, Professor Monappa, Indira Parekh. And then I felt that this is something, some area where I really want to work in. During those days, there was nothing like career planning, and kids were very confused as always. So we had this dream of setting up a center where we would be able to help high school children in deciding that how they should take careers
Like
related to
counseling
their
kind
own
of.
interests and abilities and potentials, not just marks. So in 1996 we set up this center, Manthan Center for Counseling, and we did remarkably well. We wrote for the newspapers. We did a lot of work for schools. Our clients today, our clients are MICA, NIFT, NID, IIM. We set up a counseling center in IIM. So lots of work happened in that area, and I'm glad that thing is being carried forward by many other psychologists in the city because today our association has more than 100 members. We call it the GAP, that's a Gujarat Applied Psychology Association. So we are all over Gujarat, and I happen to be the vice president of that. So if somebody requires help, like in Jamnagar or Bhavnagar or anywhere, Rajpipla, we
You're
have a
there
whole
listening.
group
Okay.
of people so that we
That's
can
great. Okay.
help people. So I think this field has grown big time. People require this; they understand that there are times when this is required. So
Oh,
now, if sorry?
what were the challenges that you faced? Because you
Challenges,
said the city was
yeah,
laid back. Yeah.
yes,
So
challenges were in terms of, first of all, the whole concept of counseling
selling
is,
something in that
yeah,
air,
that why
just
would people want to talk to you?
talk to
Why
you
would
and
people want to pay you
pay
to
for
talk to
talking
you?
you. It's
And
difficult.
everybody does it. In the families therapy,
True,
counseling
true,
happens.
true.
Advice तो हम सब दे सकते
देते
हैं.
हैं घर
तो
पे.
counseling तो advice ही है. अगर advice नहीं है तो फिर आप पैसे कैसे ले सकते हो? So there
So
was a
putting that
lot
thought
of
across.
unlearning that had to be done with people that what is counseling, and they always felt that it was very expensive, whether it is worth going there. Unlike that, many people also would go to the extent and say that you're not giving any medicine, then why are you charging so much? Because
Yeah,
it
the
was easier
expectations
for
that
them
they
to go
have
by the
about
symptoms and
symptoms
then
and
the
then
medical model. So it took a long time to educate people. But one thing is there, people who believed it really believed in
they
it,
came in.
and there were changes that happened. And I tell you, this is a field which is only by referrals.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we do have Just Dials. We have many such social networks where people come through somebody. Like today, I'll just give you an example. Today, a lady came in and I had worked with somebody almost 15 years back on some
And it's
assignment.
word of mouth which
So
gets.
she recalled, she went to her very helplessly. She's saying, one person who can help you is just this lady, and then she was here. It's all by word of mouth. If somebody has been helped at some time, they are your true referrals because they are going to definitely be talking about you. We don't advertise, we don't market. because this is not a field where you can do all that.
Yeah.
And yet, there's so much awareness required in the field.
And a lot of this, there's a lot of stress also which comes to you as a person who
Mhm.
is. You said that you had passion for this. So what kept you, moving, and what kept you motivated? Like if I ask, Nimrat keeps motivating
Yeah.
people, but then
Mm.
what motivates Nimrat?
I think I really believe in relationships,
Okay.
and I've been very fortunate. I've been very encouraged with lots of good friends, a great husband, now a son who really understands. I may be tired and he's there. No, don't worry, mom. It's okay, we can manage this way. I think it's the power of relationships and belief in what one is doing. Because initially people laughed at us. Nobody pays money for counseling. Why do you all want to do something like this? This is so easy. But believing that this is required, it is useful, and I think a very important thing is learning all the time.
Okay, keep
You have to
persistent.
keep evolving. You have to keep working in new fields so that you're able to, like writing the book. Why I wrote this book, I mean, I could have written long back. In fact, I should have. We do so much talking, so much we discuss with people, but never we document, and that's one of our limitation in India. We hardly document,
We don't.
and there's so
We
much
don't
of a
realize that,
khazana.
yes.
What
Just
you
visit
say may not make sense, but it is helping so many
many
people.
people.
It takes away guilt. It helps women anchor themselves in themselves. It helps them to balance their roles without feeling bad about it. It helps them to develop their own identity. It helps them to manage their finance and relationships better. So much, just talking to people can heal them and help them so much. So I think it's a very healing profession, and we have to continue this. We need more people, in fact. I keep saying that this is a field where the more the merrier, because if there's competition, people will want to work, train, and
Yeah.
have an edge. So I'm still studying therapy. I'm
Learning
doing
is
a
an
3
endless
year.
process. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an endless
like,
process.
Yeah, it starts when you are a fetus and it ends
Right.
like there.
Correct.
It continues there. Any one moment which you still remember, depth of your heart, core of your heart, it has touched you and which has brought some transition in you as a person while pursuing all this or while doing all this. You think I've been with you for years, maybe, and you have never spoken to anyone, and you would want to give away to me, possibly.
I'm so articulate that I do keep sharing whatever. I think I can talk about one moment even before I went into this profession that really made me feel that I need to be in this profession. When I was studying psychology in my, I think I was in my first year, masters. We used to go to the KE, second year, we used to go to the KEM hospital for our internship. And there in the PPT, in the OPD, we had this case who came to me. And I was surprised when I was taking his case history. He was my brother's friend, and he was a brown sugar addict. And it just flipped. I just thought that, people like us can also need this kind of help. Anybody can require help.
Anybody can.
Yeah. So I went out of the way to help him. I found out where his house is, went and met his father. I saw the circumstances under which he went to drugs because he didn't have a mother. Father was very tough with him. I tried talking to the father. I would go, clandestine to their house. I would not tell my family because they would be very protective. Why are you going there? And I continued meeting him, trying to help him through, understanding building a bridge between the son and father. To some extent I achieved it, but unfortunately that boy Shiv Kumar was stabbed and thrown in the gutter one fine day, and we just got to know about it, and it was so painful that for one moment I just thought that I don't want to do anything with this field, because anyway you try to help people, they can't be helped. But at the same time then I realized that how much more
Was
is required.
yeah.
And that's the time I started working very closely with drug addicts. There was a center there when I worked with the psychiatrist and the social worker. I think there the seeds of, helping people in this field were really, it's not the education, it's not a master's. It's more this experience, that how many people could benefit had we been able to help this boy or the father bridge the gap. If
Or
his
families
relationship
would
would have been better, we could have saved this boy.
You
So,
feel that
yeah, 100% we could have saved that boy.
you have the guilt.
I came into the picture very late. Yes and no. I didn't know much, so I could feel that that was my limitation. I wish I knew more to help him, but I felt that at least I could be of some help. And
Because being a psychologist, I know it's very difficult. You're giving all positive energies, and in flow, it happens to you many a times. In my counseling source, I've noted with flow, you also start getting on the other side. So then coming back is like difficult. So that stays with you in your mind
there's a
because that
lot
is
of
impacted.
Honestly, I meditate. I read a lot. One of the new areas which I'm getting into, have got into, is the Louise Hay's philosophy. You can heal your life.
Okay.
I have trained, and I'm offering workshops.
Okay.
One I've already done last month. Now 27th of December, I'm having the second. I think that's quite transformational.
Yeah, tell us
And
more about
it
that.
could be, anybody could be helped through that. Basically, it's the philosophy of, loving your inner child, and there are techniques by which you can do that.
It's on the
It's
transactional analysis.
no.
No, the ego states
It's
that we have.
No.
No.
It's Louise Hay is basically she's written the book, the bestseller of this, You Can Heal Your Life, and in that she talks about affirmations. Affirmations are positive and said in the present, and they are what you really want to be. Like, I love myself. My world is beautiful. I'm free. So these are affirmations which are in the present, and they're positive, and they have a capacity to heal us, because whatever you give to the universe comes back. There's a
Yes, the
law
law
of
of attraction.
reciprocity. Yeah, exactly, law of
The
attraction.
secret,
And she also encourages a lot of mirror work. So when you see yourself in the mirror and love yourself, you can talk to your people who are with you, who are not with you, because many times we live in a lot of anger which is coming from our past, and we are not able to forgive those people, and that continues to grow within us in terms of resentment, anger, hurt, pain, disappointment, and those are seeds of diseases, and diseases are associated to the thoughts you have. So you can always change your thoughts, and then you are able to overcome diseases. This is tried and tested. There's a lot of research that has been done on that. And there are books which are available where even whatever the person, like Louise Hay is an example. She developed cancer, and it was almost in the last stage. That's the time she told herself that I need to change my thoughts. So she started doing the affirmations, and very soon she was out of problem. She was cured of cancer, and then
That
she came out
powerful.
and talked about it, that if I can do it, so can you.
You.
And she designed this kind of a program. I did it here in October as a participant for 2 days, and I just thought, and suddenly those relationships which were very difficult, which I had closed my doors to, I started getting calls, and those relationships started
Coming back to you.
healing.
Okay.
And I felt that if in 2 days program, if something like this can happen, so if I train in a program like this, I'll be able to help so many more people. And that's how I'm now a trainer for this, and I feel I just done one workshop, but there was this lady in that workshop. She said that I'm married for 5 years. I haven't hugged my husband in 4 years. This is the first time after 4 years I really hugged him. There was one person who said that I never forgave my father who got married again, who got remarried, and I'm able to forgive him now.
Is it about
So-
unknotting the things you have it back in your head and something
yeah,
related
yeah.
to that?
And experientially, it's
Okay.
not a philosophy. Means it's not just in a thought. It's not, but experientially there are ways by which you can release yourself, your
Just loosen
anger,
up
loosen up, and bring prosperity to your life.
Opening
Make
the
your
chakras and all, is
relationships
it
work.
connected to that?
we won't go there because we don't look at it so directly. But yeah, there are, when we say there are parts of the body which get affected by certain thoughts, so there are those associations.
Okay.
So yeah, to some extent chakras are there, you have to open them up. This is done through affirmations.
Okay.
So it's a very subtly powerful program. I think it's meant for anybody and everybody who would want to bring about a change.
I
in
think
their
everybody
lives.
would need that, because now in life, which we're leading, a lot of competition, and back home, the work-life balance is getting disturbed because of globalization, the networkings,
Right.
and everything.
And rather
So
than
that-
depending on others, how about valuing ourselves and loving ourselves?
It's more about
So you're
that.
able to give more to the other person also.
If you are satisfied and content,
Yes.
and so your circuit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What would be your advice for women, of today? Like, what do you think is, or you have seen, you have interacted people, and you think they really lack, and some words of yours which will help them come up?
Okay. So I feel women are, is the best gift to mankind because we are blessed with both the right and the left brain
yes.
and the integration between those two.
It's
And
wonderful.
I think there's no better time than now to actually take up this challenge and go ahead, because till now it was our culture that was pulling us back. Today women are doing anything and everything outstandingly well. Any area they're making a mark. So just because we were given this opportunity, I think women should start taking the opportunity. I think one of the things I would like to, say to this generation is, do not make yourself vulnerable. Dependency, which is healthy, is good. Financially being independent is very important for a woman, because normally the social difficulty, it starts with, you have a problem in a marriage or in a relationship. It boils down to, can you keep your dignity intact? It can only happen if you are economically independent. You can move on in life, because sometimes all relationships may not work. Everything may not go your way. But if you're economically independent, it takes away a burden from the relationship. It gives you a choice to think beyond a relationship.
So being
So
financially independent
being,
is what you
valuing
really
yourself,
value
loving
yourself.
yourself, and therefore I love myself, so I can look after myself even financially.
Because we forget ourselves somewhere, in
Yes.
juggling those duties and all,
Yeah.
running around.
So woman has to learn to, she has to learn to love herself, because we don't learn to. It's all dominated by a role. If I make a good wife, I make a good mother, then I love myself because I'm valued by people. How about loving my own self?
Yeah, because it's a conditional learning that we have since childhood, you're women
Yes.
and you're like that. So
Yeah.
that trend, the cycle has to change.
Yes.
Okay, I think to sum up, just let me know, if you had to put Nimrat into 4 adjectives, what would that be?
I think passionate
Okay, passionate about.
life, about
Okay.
people, about
Okay.
photography,
Okay,
about learning.
that side of yours is also something which I've seen, photography.
Yeah, I love that.
So,
That's so
yeah,
healing.
It's healing.
Yeah, nature is so healing.
I'd heard that somewhere, whenever you're in doubt, just look at the nature and it talks to you.
Yeah.
It will answer
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So all this, this photography and spirituality, this is a journey. I don't know where it's going, where it's taking me, but I'm allowing myself to,
With the flow.
with the flow of the universe, because this is what is evolving out of all this.
Okay, one would be passion. What are the other 3?
I think creative. I love creating all the time. Mind is constantly looking at
I
what
can
else
see
can
that
I
in
do?
your office also.
Yeah.
You very well creatively designed it, and
Yeah,
I have
so
complimented you on that.
Is there
so
a
yes.
better way of doing something? It's always, can there be a better way? Even this book was, the book which I wrote was, can I be a better mother? Can I ask my son how he would want me to say something to him?
Going beyond.
So
and,
going beyond and finding options and, being ready to change. I think that's one thing which I would say to myself, that I'm like a river. I would allow myself to flow with, whatever comes my way because I don't know what's unfolding. So leaving the safer areas of life and going into something which is beyond, which I wouldn't know, but that's for me to discover. So there is a traveler in me, there's a wanderer in me which loves to wander, and
Yeah.
life is taking its own course and it's so beautiful. Till I try to control it, it created so many complication. The moment I just allowed it to flow, now it's just happening.
Go with the flow.
It's like, you affirm and it happens.
It happens, yeah. So it's creative and passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more to go.
I said I'm a wanderer. So that's an
Okay.
adjective that in
Okay.
every way, my thoughts, my wandering into nature,
Okay.
those kind of things, that's a part of me.
Okay.
Wandering, writing. I'm writing another book now. We're already writing a book for teachers.
So writer.
So yeah, that's all part of exploring, exploration.
Yeah.
And what else? I think so much has been said in these 3 adjectives only.
It covers
You still
everything.
want one more?
It covers everything. No, I think it's okay with you. One part of it which you may have not got a chance to do in your past and you will want to do it now. If you get suddenly you get a chance and you would say, okay, fine, this is something which I have been waiting for years and I couldn't do that, but yes, I want to do it now. That yes, what is that?
Really, if I had to live my life again, I think
Yeah, or could I say if Nimrat was not a psychologist or she was not into this field, what would she be?
if you had asked me this question a few years back, I always wanted to be in theatre, media. I wanted to make a mark in that way. But now I just feel God's been so kind to me that I'm going exactly where I ever wanted to go. He's taking me
Taking
there.
it there.
I mean, and it's just happening now. When I wanted it, it didn't happen. Now I'm not wanting it, it's happening. Yeah,
It's happening.
actually.
Yes, it's happening.
So it's like
Yes.
a complete circle.
Circle.
Life has taken a complete circle.
Circle.
Wow,
Yeah,
I
so
sound really old.
No, not at your minds. You're still there. It's younger. Okay. I think thank you. That really gives me a lot of thoughts and activities which will motivate and influence the women who are going to read this article and the men also who visit the page. I'm
Wow.
sure,
Yeah, of course.
Should they? We should not be biased to men's, just making it a men's world.
No, I really believe in coexistence.
Yes.
Too
The
much.
complementing.
They
You have to
complement and it's
yeah.
amazing. I wouldn't be saying all this because there's a mentor behind all this. That's my own husband. Had it not been for him, I think I would have not been where I am. So for me, I attribute a lot of success to that man. He's so subtle, so powerful, and yet constantly there, guiding as and when required. And I trust him so much that, um, he's my psychologist. I can just talk to him, I can bear myself and tell him whatever I want to. That's what I'm saying, the power of relationships. They're so energizing, my relationships, including my son, including my school friends.
And the beauty is to understand it, to understand this, there is that
Value
power
them,
to
yeah.
value it. That's
We
the
don't
beauty.
value it,
We
we
don't
keep
do that.
moving
We
so
take it for
fast.
granted.
Yes,
We don't
yes.
realize that.
So that's one thing I've learned, gratitude.
Gratitude.
I have a lot of gratitude for a lot of people, for nature, for divinity, for being born in a Gursikh family. I can't tell you what our religion has given us. It has emancipated. We don't have to make an effort to be respected as women because women were always respected. Our history of Sikhism would be different if it was not for the women. Women have played such an important role. So what would stop us today from doing what we are doing? Nothing. Because if our gurus and their mothers and their sisters and their wives played the role they played. In fact, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji's grandmother said, I wish I had more children to sacrifice. He said,
yes.
oh, only 4, and then he created a full troop of people, army. He's saying 4 gone, I'm going to create more. So that's the power. I think that's our religion, and hats off. I don't pray every day, I don't go to the Gurudwara every day, but the essence of our religion,
I think you
Kirt
don't need to go
Kamai,
to
going,
God to know it. It's there within you.
it's totally there. We grew
It's how
up
you live.
internalizing it, the
It's how
values
you
that
live.
came from that, without feeling guilty, because it's natural to be honest, because it's an
It's
honest
the way of
existence.
leading life. Yeah, more about
It's living with people, coexistence. So rather than doing a sat sangat, we are doing working with people.
people
That's again
together.
part of
The
our
same-
religion.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
We are honest with people, we help people understand themselves. So exactly what my religion tells me, I practice in my work.
Yeah.
So here is the strength of the family, and
Yeah.
here is the strength of my gurus. I can't ask for more, and I'm nicely protected
Yeah.
between these two.
It's lovely.
And that's one of my pictures I took at Cobbett.
Okay. I think I have seen this. You posted it
This one?
on FB. I don't know.
I post so many pictures, whatever I take.
That's a quite close shoot. Huh?
Yes,
Yes.
as we entered the Cobbett, we saw the sambar.
Nice. I can see the creativity.
These are my
Right.
school friends.
Oh,
This is a group of
and they
teachers
still-
in Rani Khed. Yeah, we just met last week. I was in Bombay for the get together. They were here